Today there's things disappearing that I work
Henry,
for
tell
all
us,
my
why should we vote for you?
The reason is because of my years of experience working with the community. Right now I'm working with New York City, but before I was working in Yonkers. I have my good friend Jose Roman here, Wilson Terrero, who is one of the leaders for the organization tonight, Virginia Perez, I know all of them from before, and I'm a person that I can bring a new face, new blood into what the New York State needs. Right now, there's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of things that are happening, but I figure I am the person as a lieutenant governor to complement whoever's running as a governor to run for New York State.
Now, what about crime, gun issues? Where do you stand? That's a very important issue for the people of New York, actually for the people of United States.
Yes.
What is your stance on that?
My stance is I'm a believer of the Second Amendment, but at the same time, recently what happened with the 17 teenagers that were massacred in Florida, we need to revisit the gun laws that are now on the books for the universal checks. They have to do that because we don't want not one more life to be dead, to be, we need to go forward and need to fight hard.
But Henry, every time there is a drastic thing with the gun issues, killings, we hear all this commotion going on, but in a couple of weeks, it's forgotten. Would you also forget that, or will you pursue it until something is passed?
Of course not. I will not forget it, and right now I got to say that if I do get elected, I want to work hard, and where we have to have enough security in our schools. We cannot have, like I said, one more life to be lost. So it's not going to be forgotten. They say that Congress, they talk about it in the middle of a massacre and then they forget about it. That's not going to happen with me. I'm going to work very hard to continue working with legislation, to be very strict, to know that people with mental illness, people or criminals who are not supposed to have any type of arms on them, and we're going to work hard.
Yo he corrido por varias posiciones aquí, no he ganado un día de futuro, le pido a Dios que yo gane, pero aquí en Nueva York, ustedes pueden saber, más de 1.8 millones de dominicanos existen aquí. 200,000 están registrados para votar. No somos los inmigrantes más grandes de Nueva York. Todas las personas que son funcionarios y todos los partidos saben que el dominicano es el más grande aquí en Nueva York. Ustedes tienen que saber lo que voten aquí, voten ustedes cada vez que salgan aquí en Nueva York. Tiene la votación más pequeña que todos los estados por el imaginar. Pero somos los dominicanos que estamos controlando todo. So, pienso que ustedes regístrense para
protest or counter protest. They want to see if they can get Representative Omar to be kicked off the Foreign Affairs Committee, the same committee that Adriano Espaillat, I want to make this very clear, he is the representative of the 13th Congressional District, and yes, a lot of people know that I'm contemplating about running against Adriano Espaillat, and I've been standing with my Jewish people since 2015, 2016, since the Trump campaign, and right now you don't hear a word coming from Espaillat for the large Jewish community that they have in the Washington Heights area. So we're here together with the nation of Israel.
That's right. Thank you so much for giving me the time so we can speak on a very important issue. Throughout the United States, many students have walked out of schools at 10 a.m. in regards to the 17 that were massacred in Florida.
Henry, how do you stand on gun control?
Well, first of all, I want to say that the students, not only here in Yonkers, but throughout the United States, they have a right to practice their First Amendment rights. And it's good that they can come out and voice their opinion. Obviously, that the schools will give them permission. My stance is I am a strong believer on the Second Amendment, but at the same time, we have to revisit what's happening with the laws that we have on the books right now. We do have a massive problem in regards to massacres that are happening in schools, and we need to revisit. NICE is a system that the federal government has. There's a lot of loopholes, so we need to start visiting that. Folks that are mental illness, we have to know who has the arms in their hands, and it has to be aggressively done by the Congress and on the state level.
People that should not have guns and have guns, or a better control of who buys guns. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are correct. Right now, there are laws in place. New York State has the SAFE Act that was passed, I believe it was in 2014, and it's a law that's very strict. New York State is one of the most strict laws in the books when it comes to other states. So yes, right now, we need to start revisiting it. New York State is very strict right now, but we still need to see who has and who is able to purchase or get their hands on firearms. But I gotta say, criminals do not respect law anyway, so we really have to see on that point.
Jermaine Williams para defensor público de Public Advocate. Well, Henry Grullon, I'm live here in 809 and 809. Mr. Williams, Councilman Williams, Mr. Backpack. I remember you were with a backpack all over the place. I want to say hello to everybody who's going to be seeing this and why you're the best candidate for them. Then we're going to do a little bit of Spanish too. We're going to try our best because we want the folks there. Quickly, I'm the best NYCHA. So I have a lot of NYCHA residents. And we have a federal monitor right now. We see that Lynn Panton is living in one of the buildings. I actually experienced, say, a senior citizen stuck in an elevator 3 days ago. What do you feel about that, about this whole federal monitor thing? And what would you do as public advocate? Would you work with the...
We've earned the federal monitor.
Okay, yep. So thank you so much. I want to shake your hand. I've been partial, but I got to tell you, thank you for coming out, and God bless you, and you know what? Good luck to you tomorrow, man. You're a strong candidate right now. La comunidad dominicana está dividida aquí. El segundo dominicano perdió. Primero fue Marisol Alcántara, ayer fue Dani Rodríguez que perdió. Están divididos ahora aquí en Nueva York. ¿Cuál es su plan para unir a los dominicanos, ya que tú vienes a visitar los diferentes sectores? Una de las razones es por la cosa de haitiana, la invasión. ¿Qué tú dices de eso?
Yo pienso que los dominicanos tienen que unirse en cuanto tiene que ver con las posiciones electivas aquí y seleccionar un candidato que la comunidad apoye ese candidato. Esa es nuestra posición. Y yo he trabajado en eso en el pasado y voy a tratar de seguir trabajando para que cada vez más dominicanos ocupen posiciones en el gobierno norteamericano a todos sus niveles.
Por último, ¿usted no le dio apoyo a Dani Rodríguez, una persona que usted lo conoce?
Nosotros apoyamos y Dani fue allá.
We're preparing here for a great event. And tell us your name and why you're here.
Sure, I'm Assemblywoman Carmen De La Rosa. I represent Washington Heights, Inwood, and Marble Hill. And I'm here because I'm Dominican. And I'm representing my community that is made up of mostly Dominican immigrants or Dominican Americans. And we're so happy and so joyous. We're celebrating our
I'm just concerned about Bo's health. I mean, he's getting his pressure up a little too much.
Yeah, he's getting really, I know, he's very hyped up right now, he's upset.
Certainly not the temperament to be mayor, that's for sure. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, no problem.
We're having a good time. It's a great
That's what we're here for, to celebrate.
Wonderful people, great parade, wonderful culture.
Honor Detective Camila and her family.
Oh, unbelievable. You know, the sacrifice that family had to make to lose their loved one. Yeah, it's a reminder of what our NYPD officers do every single day, and we have to make sure that they have support, resources to do their job. We shouldn't be second guessing them. It's a very difficult job to do. Okay. Unless you put on a uniform, we don't know it.
Exactly.
But my prayers are with this family who has suffered so much and continues to suffer, and tremendous loss to them and the whole NYPD in our city.
Y para el pueblo dominicano estamos aquí celebrando. Te vimos en el Bronx. ¿Cómo tú te sientes estar aquí con los dominicanos aquí celebrando?
Oh, es un placer estar aquí con mis amigos dominicanos celebrando.
Tú eres mitad cubano, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Okay.
Más cubano, es muy similar. Buena comida.
Yes.
Henry Grullon, estoy en vivo aquí con Rubén Díaz Jr., el Borough President del Bronx. ¿Cómo tú te sientes aquí con los dominicanos?
Me siento honrado, alegre, contento de celebrar la herencia, la cultura de los dominicanos, las contribuciones no solamente en el Bronx, en el condado de la salsa, en el condado donde yo soy presidente, sino también a nivel de la ciudad de Nueva York. Y me alegro que tanta gente salieron a celebrar.
Última cosa, hay una controversia, los dominicanos están split up por lo que está pasando con la controversia haitiana. ¿Qué tú dices con lo que están heridos muchos grupos? ¿Qué tú dices para la armonía, para que estén todos juntos los dominicanos?
Bueno, no sé todos los detalles, sino sé que tenemos que trabajar juntamente, tenemos que celebrar y apreciar nuestra diversidad. Y ojalá que al final del día todos vamos a estar en un sitio donde todos podamos vivir en paz juntamente con uno al otro.
Muchas gracias y que buena suerte para el alcalde.
Gracias y que viva la República Dominicana.
Amén, amén, gracias. Y han aplicado y todo. Yo siento que como una persona, soy dominicano-americano, siento que deben de venir legalmente, pero darle respeto a la gente y no tratarlo de una manera mala. Me imaginé cuando yo vi el video y vi que los policías, la gente estaban gritando con el joven y estaban diciéndole en inglés a la policía, ¿qué ustedes van a hacer? No hicieron nada, los policías nada más dijeron a la gente, si ustedes vieron lo que pasó, pero nunca hicieron nada. Y creo que lo que yo he escuchado, el Departamento de Internal Affairs está investigando a ver si hay negligencia en estos policías, si no hicieron todo lo posible como profesionales policías.
Si alguien se filma en un video, Henry, y lo sube a las redes sociales, ¿es cierto que la policía puede saber desde dónde se subió ese video?
Ellos pueden investigar, la policía tiene un departamento que son ellos mismos de electrónico, de saber con la tecnología, y pueden saber por el IP address muchas veces donde vienen las situaciones. O sí, ellos pueden averiguar más o menos. Esta es una investigación abierta en este...
Henry Gajone, Henry Live, known here as an investigative reporter here in New York City, and this is the Bronx Courthouse. I believe in law and order, and I have a couple of cases that I'm working on, and I want everybody to know the First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. I want you to know